What is something wealthy people ruined? Tattoos were popular for sailors and rockers, skaters and later rappers, and nowadays you see these rich hipsters with their tight-ass clothes and old 1920s style boots with tatted sleeves. I'm 51, so maybe I'm a little out of touch, but it just seems like tats aren't cool anymore. It kinda like back in the day when you seen big stores advertising the grunge look and white kids wearing generic hip-hop gear. Just saying, it basically corny nowadays. The economy. Wealthy people want investment returns and demand performance from the companies they invest in. Those companies repeatedly raise prices to get this return, hurting the lower class. So yeah, look inward if you are wealthy and don't like companies like say MCD raising the cost of a burger to $9. Of course there are other reasons for a poor economy, like too much money printing. Capitalism. Look back at the 60s and before, and capitalism had an element of ethics involved. An unethical business would get shunned and couldn't get customers or workers. Short-termism, or quarterly capitalism, is a mutated version of capitalism we now have that was spearheaded in the 70s, based on the idea that a business's duty was to maximize profits for shareholders. Sports cars. Every single time there is a new sports car, rich idiots are willing to pay ridiculous amounts of money for them, even though they could buy a much better car with that money, and dealerships would start marking up prices. Good examples would be Ford Focus RS, Honda Civic Type R, and certain models of the Porsche 911. Healthcare in the USA. I truly wish every wealthy person could feel the fear of getting sick and injured, when it would either take everything you have and ruin you, or even you can't get someone you love treatment they need. Especially the politicians. Those all get insurance that is top of the line amazing. Avocados. I'm half Puerto Rican. Growing up, a single avocado was 50 cents. I can still go to a bodega and get a nice avocado on the cheap. But the second middle-income white Americans took an interest in avocados, a weekly staple seemed to increase in price overnight. Many western states like Washington, Oregon, California, Utah, Nevada, Idaho, Montana, and Wyoming. The influx of wealthy people buying property has made it difficult to afford property for those of us who are local and have local wages. Concerts. Everyone's taking selfies in the front row, but no one's excited. Then you look at the nosebleeds and everyone's going wild. The good seats should be reserved for people who actually love the music and don't just want clout. Fucking Montana. Every rich asshole is buying up Bozeman like it's going out of style, not knowing a single thing about the land and how to live out there. They accessorize the shit out of the land and price the middle class out. The economy in general. Everything we need to survive and thrive has just become an investment to them. Now it's all being priced out of the reach of regular people to increase their profits. The Jersey Shore. It used to be a place regular people went for the weekend and on vacation, but now you almost need to show your W-2 before entering a beach town to make sure you're worthy. Capitalism. The wealthy got a hold of power, installed all their friends into positions of power, and killed the game for everyone but their little group. We now have crony capitalism. Poverty foods like cheap cuts of meat. They learned how to use them and made them exotic and popular, which made the prices go up since they're in demand. Woman facepalming. Pickup trucks. Good luck finding one for a decent price. They're historically for working people, but they're definitely fashion accessories now. Anything waterfront. I'm not sure there's an inch of waterfront property that doesn't have a big vacation house on it, and it's a shame. Healthcare, the internet, personal transportation, kids' names, lives, Gen Z's ability to even function in society due to inflation. Everything. They are, typically, very selfish people and only get to be wealthy by mistreating those around them. It must be a day that ends in a Y, because the rich people keep coming in here asking what they're ruining. Utah. Ski area and parks are overcrowded. Forget about owning a house if you make local wages. Gas? Remember when you could fill your tank on $20? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Lobsters. Lobsters were considered poor people's food, but it has evolved into a luxury. The Manhattan skyline. I can't stand the pencil-thin billionaire apartment buildings. Mac and cheese. I still prefer the really cheap box over fancy cheeses and fillings. Houses. They invest in numerous houses, and then the common guys cannot buy them. Ultra extreme survival god mode. What is something wealthy people haven't ruined? The town in Mexico I go to in winter. Rich assholes have shown up and spoiled it. Affordability for anything that is necessary for your life, health, and future. What the average person can get in return for an hour of their labor. Lobsters. It was a poor man's bug food in the land of yesteryear. Rich people have ruined everything they can see, touch, and taste. How do they get wealthy? Oh yeah, making everything expensive. Being a billionaire. Now they just let anyone in that club.